Good morning, Pisces. We are doing your angel reading for today. I don't do a daily Pisces angel reading. I'm just catching up on angel readings I did not finish when I was sick. And I'm still that way, but not as bad. So let's see what the cards have to say. I want advice for Pisces highest good. Messages for Pisces highest good. Messages for Pisces highest good. What does Pisces need to know? Okay, Pisces. Um, so for your past Pisces, we have the Hierophant. You could have been dealing with a Taurus. This is also the Angel of Blessings, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant, I haven't looked in this book in a while. The power affirmation for the past is listen to your inner voice and trust in your angels. This could have been some sort of commitment that opened the door to another new world. Maybe a different type of person than you're used to dealing with. And the message was it's time to get the right support to take the next step, accept guidance. Okay. Now with the Hierophant, we have the Star, the Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess. So a person you could have been involved with could have been somebody involved in the church, because we do have that High Priestess card. Somebody involved in the church. You could have been involved with somebody like that. And with this Hierophant card, they could have been set in their ways. That's another possible meaning of the Hierophant card. But you're healing from this person because we get the Seven of Cups and the Star card. Or this person was healing. Somebody was healing, maybe caught up in fantasy with Seven of Cups and the Star. Maybe you thought this person was already healed, but they weren't. So that was in the past. Okay. For your present Pisces, we have the Five of Pentacles. You're focused on isolation at this time. You're not really spending a lot of time with anybody except for yourself. Isolation is not a bad thing. There's a difference between being lonely and alone. When we're lonely, it's because we're picking on ourselves, we're kicking ourselves down, we're not talking good to ourselves. But when we're just alone, we don't have any false beliefs telling us that we have to be with somebody. So when we're just alone, we're enjoying our alone time. Now, you could be feeling alone after the breakup of a close relationship. Know that any feelings of insecurity are temporary and this situation will pass, okay? So, clarifying the Five of Pentacles, we get the Seven of Swords. Somebody did leave. Six of Wands and Nine of Pentacles, okay? You could have left or your person could have left, but whoever left, bless me, whoever left, they felt like they were maybe getting over on you, If they left you, they felt like they were getting over on you with the 6 of Wands card. And if you left them, you felt like you were getting over on them. I know it sounds bad, but it's really, some people just don't, some people have problems trusting people, or they catastrophize. They think that if they stay in a relationship with somebody, that bad things are going to happen. And so somebody left and they thought they were getting one up on somebody, and they were mainly focused on their independence with this 9 of Pentacles, okay? Maybe they thought that you were a distraction, or you thought that they were a distraction, okay? Now for the future, Pisces, we have the Fool, taking a leap of faith, a new beginning, the Fool. Uh, so I am free to find my own path and have strength for the journey ahead. So this is about having faith. You have a brilliant opportunity to begin anew. Know that you can realize your potential if you take a calculated risk, okay? So this is not just about, just jumping off a cliff and I'm going to go love somebody, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. This is about taking a calculated risk. Something needs to be calculated, okay? You can't just jump off a cliff, and be like, I'm going to be in love, or I'm going to I'm going to be alone, like with that 5 of Pentacles energy. It's okay to be alone, but we need resources for being alone, right? We can't just say, I want to be alone. We need resources. And apparently you are digging into your resources, because we have the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Sun. So you're starting to realize that your thoughts affect your words, and your words affect your actions, and your actions affect your reality and the world that surrounds you. Because we have this Page of Wands, ideas. This is you talking about your ideas, and your ideas are coming from the heart, because we have this King of Cups commitment card. Some of you could be going to counseling. King of Cups can also represent a counselor. And whatever you're expressing that's coming from your heart is making you happy with that Sun card. You're happy to express your feelings. You're happy to express yourself. And that's the way it needs to be. We can't hold our feelings in. You hold your feelings in and you don't digest them, they can explode later. And that's why we don't hold them in. We don't do that. We let them out and express them so that they can be released. Otherwise, we're going to keep holding them in. But I really think somebody's going to therapy with this Sun card, and the King of Cups energy, because usually when we talk about ourselves, we are happy. So, happy to talk about ourselves. Now, your attitude about everything is the 2 of Wands. You are making progress. Whatever you are working towards, you are making progress. Tell me more about this progress card. So we have you developing your skills. You may also be drawn to explore a particular interest and commit to learning. You could be getting educated about something. Education is an additional meaning of this card. You're also thinking about planning. You're planning so you make the most of your time and energy. Time is money, right, Pisces? We don't ever want somebody wasting our time. And with that 2 of Wands, we have an Ace of Swords and an Ace of Wands and a Queen of Wands. You're starting to realize what it is you want to do with your life, because you're having the clarity, the Ace of Swords and the vision. and that Ace of Wands, a new beginning. And you realize that there's something creative you want to do with your life with that Queen of Wands. Maybe you want to be an actor or a singer. There's something creative you want to do. Influencing you is the Five of Wands. We have Tess. Tess. Five of Wands is brainstorming, maybe tests, problems you're encountering. You may be around people with strong opinions, so you may struggle to be heard. This applies to work meetings, families, and other groups, testing your patience and communication skills. Much of the noise, however, is your ego talking, and you may need to listen carefully to extract facts from the sea of boasting. So, in other words, if there's like a job you're interested in or a career, you don't want to be like, well, I want to be the best police officer there is, or I want to, no, like, it's okay to be good and bad. We don't have to be the best. We don't have to be perfect. And sometimes from our family of origin, that's what they tell us, that if you're not the best, if you're not perfect, you may as well not have a certain job or career. And that's just not true, because nobody's perfect. And it says you need to hold your position because your time to speak up for yourself will come. So even though people are talking over you and maybe trying to tell you what you should do with your life, you just need to patiently wait because the time is going to come for you to speak up for yourself. And it says overall, there is tension and a need for solid agreement. There also may be conflict at work at this time. Now we have Three of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Queen of Swords clarifying this. Yeah, that you're trying to be independent with this Queen of Swords energy. You don't like people telling you what you should be or what you should do. And we have Four of Cups and Three of Wands because your ships are coming in. You've worked hard to get to where you want to be, and it's kind of like you're thinking, even though these people like to talk over you and whatever it is they like to say, with this Four of Cups and Three of Wands energy, you're thinking, yeah, whatever. I know what I want to do. Y'all can talk, but talk is cheap, and I know what I want to do. And I just got that song in my head. Let's give them something to talk about. So it's like you don't care. Whatever these people are saying, you don't care because you've worked hard to get to where you're at, and you're going to keep working hard to get to where you want to be. Your obstacle at this time is Two of Pentacles, juggling. Some of you could be having multiple jobs. It's like because you're not quite where you want to be yet, you could be having multiple jobs, and maybe you may just want a full-time job of what you enjoy. So this is about scheduling. You may have a problem with scheduling at this time. Clarifying that, we have the Ten of Swords, the Moon, and the Seven of Pentacles. There is something that is ending, but it's actually good for you because you probably have too many jobs. We have the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. So there's some sort of deception involved around here. It's almost like that you're ending a certain job that you don't like. So if you're working two jobs, there may be one that you favor over the other, and the one that you don't favor is coming towards an end. It's the end of a cycle. Maybe you're like, I like my daycare job better than my cashier job. I don't want to be a cashier anymore, and it's starting to affect my work because I really don't want to be a cashier. And the cycle ends where you're never a cashier again and you go pursue your passion. Um, it but those are just examples. It could be any job that you're dealing with at this time. The outcome is the Justice card, Angel of Integrity. Fairness is going to come in. There's some sort of fairness to a situation that's coming in. So to me, if this is work related, it could mean that you're getting your last paycheck from a certain job. Maybe you've talked to management or someone in human resources, and they're like, okay, well, we understand that you don't want to work here anymore. Just, put in your 2 weeks notice and we'll give you your last paycheck. And it says, I have a balanced outlook and treat others fairly. You're focused on fairness at this time for the outcome. If you deserve justice, you will have it. If you don't, you may be called to account for your actions. Equally, the card may show that someone close to you is guilty of hypocrisy or has tried to discredit or mislead you. And if so, that person will be exposed. So this happens in job situations too, where we're going through training for a certain job and people may give us the wrong advice or tell us the wrong thing. And the message for this card is fairness and truth are important to you now. Seek the answers you need and accept the facts. So with this justice card, we have the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Nine of Cups, okay? So this is you rushing in, speaking your truth, with that Knight of Swords and the Chariot and Nine of Cups. And you're basically telling somebody that you just want to be happy. You just want to be emotionally fulfilled. You just want your dream job. You're telling this is you standing up for yourself and telling people that you don't want to do this anymore. You don't want to be in a job that's full of conflict and drama. You want a better job and you're going for it, regardless of whether other people like it or not. With that Knight of Swords energy, you're going for it. So what you don't see coming is the Ten of Wands, burdens, Ten of Wands. So once you do what you want to do, yes, people are going to give you a hard time about it. There is going to be some people out there that give you a hard time about it. Now, you need to realize that it's not possible or fair on you to try to do everything all at once, and it's time to lay down some of those wands. This could also be about overthinking. But as far as you laying down the wands, it sounds like you're taking responsibility for people instead of taking responsibility for just only you. And it's saying you need to drop some of those wands down. And so one of the people that could have been giving you trouble could have been a Scorpio, Queen of Cups. And this person tries to appeal to your emotional side. That this is how this person kind of hooks you. Maybe somebody that tries to make you feel guilty could be a mother figure. Somebody who's like, did you really have to quit your other job? You know, your job provided you with so much security. You should have stayed in it. It's Temperance and Four of Wands. Somebody that kind of guilt trips you over time, and you just need to let that burden go because that's not your burden. You could try to turn it around on this person. Maybe say to them, okay, well, if being a cashier is so great, why don't you do it? And just turn it around and just say, I'm gonna go to my other job and I'm gonna go about my day. you know you can't hang around in this energy of letting somebody guilt trip you all the time, because then you're not living your life for you. So that's all I have, Pisces. Congratulations on standing up for yourself and on getting a new job. um, you've come a long way. Thank you.